Come on now, go on then, guys. What?
Oh no.
Okay, we are live, and I do see you guys on our. Oh yeah, I see what you mean here. Right.
Oh no.
We are live, guys, and I don't know why I am not being seen here. Now, can you see me?
You're very, no, you're staticky.
So are you. Well, we are just not having.
Oh, we live out in the boonies.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Well, we'll just give it a try, and hopefully at least it'll be on YouTube, and we'll go from there. This is Erin McAllister with PAX Academic Exchange and ConnectingOurWorld.net, and I am live with Rahma from Zanzibar Island, Tanzania, and her host mom, Lois, of small town in southern Indiana. And I am once again here again this week to allow the audience to get to know our wonderful exchange students, find out who they are, what their year here has been like. Rahma was one of the first 2 students that I placed this year, and they both just so happened to be from Tanzania, where I had been myself. So, and Lois has been a long time part of the family friend. So it's awesome to be here live with you guys. I'm going to pause it for a second because it does look like we're not. Okay, we are. Okay, we're good. People might not be able to see me, but that's okay. They can see you. So yes, so first I want to give Rahma. I want to give Rahma a chance to introduce herself, and then Lois, you can also introduce yourself a little bit more than my brief introduction, and then I'll just ask some questions. And if anybody watching, if this is actually coming through, if they're on our page, I want to encourage you to scroll to the bottom of the Connecting Our World site, and there's an area for comments, and you can actually plug your questions in there. So this is a little bit different than the live video that we've done the last few times, but you can scroll to the bottom of the page, find the comment section, and plug your question in, and I'll ask Rahma or Lois live while we're here. So without further ado, Rahma, the floor is yours. If you could introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Rahma Abdurrahman Hamis. I'm from Tanzania, Zanzibar. I'm 17 years old. What's it?
Yep, that's it for now. You're from Zanzibar Island, Tanzania. Your mom and dad are there. You have sister, brother.
I have 2 brothers and I have 5 sisters. I'm kid out of 8. Yeah, my sister, baby boy.
Aww.
That's 2 more coming. One Zanzibar.
Awesome. Well, Rahma, I'm going to come back to you in a second and ask you some more questions, but I'm going to give your host mom, Lois, a moment. Now, Lois, I put you on blast. I put you on blast earlier because Lois is a pretty amazing woman, mother to a whole bunch of kids, not only her own biological kids, not only Rahma, her exchange student, but she was a host mom before, and she's been a foster mom to many, many children, including, 3 right now, 2 that she adopted that are grown.
Correct.
And she's a pretty amazing mama. So, yeah, share with us what is on your heart.
My name's Lois Astaford. Like Erin said, we've hosted hosted before from China, and now we have hosted Tanzbar. We do have other children. Last biological child lives here, and 3 foster children. We've got 3 other children, 2 that we adopted, and 1 that is a biological. We are expecting a baby too, but it will probably be after Rahma leaves here. So we will definitely keep in contact. Rahma has been our charm, having babies, I guess, over there in Tanzania and 1 here. She's well. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well that's a good start. We'll start there. So I guess back to Rahma for a moment. Rahma, you arrived.
Yep.
August.
Yeah, August.
Here in August. What were you expecting when you came to the U.S.? And when you arrived, was it what you expected, or was it totally different?
I don't know. It's like I didn't expect anything because like that's when I start talking to you and stuff. I really didn't expect much of it. It would just be me. Mom thinks, and that was it. I didn't expect anything much.
You didn't expect much. You didn't really have any expectations, things that you thought America might be like.
Like I thought all America was just like New York or something. But that's how I thought it was going to be.
You said you thought it was like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where you are in Indiana is nothing like you see in the movies and nothing like New York, right?
Nope, not at all.
So how did you adjust to being in the Midwest, totally different from New York? How did you adjust to that?
Okay, it's just like we used to live in a city back at home, but then we moved from city to a place, and so it was pretty much the same. Kind of easy to adjust, except for cold.
Except for the cold.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can't adjust.
And what was it like meeting your family, a family of strangers for the first time?
I was scared. I didn't want to come out of my room.
You went out of your room?
What, Mom?
Yes, but remember at the airport, she came off the plane and then ran backwards, and I thought she was leaving.
Yep.
And I was scared.
Yes. And what did she say about that? Was that the case?
No, we're just looking for a friend. Where are we outside and then we can't find any of our friends? But then I find out that they're all outside. I'm like,
And what about you guys, Lois? How did you? I remember being there that day. It was a very exciting time. We went live. Kayla and Emily were also live on their phones. We were waiting patiently, but it seemed like it was taking forever. And then, yeah, we thought we saw her, and then she went and ducked in a corner somewhere. So what were you guys thinking and experiencing at that time?
She ran away.
But you were excited, right? You were excited about.
Yeah, we were very excited. Very excited. I know immediately when we got in, she had brought her candy.
Yes.
She liked, and she started sharing with her sisters immediately. So you can tell her.
You could do what?
You can tell, you know, like in the beginning and things, they're sisters. They're going to always be sisters. It's just like a normal family. We have our good times, we have our bad times. Work it out. Differences. Yes. When we got to know a lot, except so we've learned a lot of that. A lot of the ways that she does things at her home, responsibility. Sometimes she's actually parent figures living in the home with her 24 hours, 5 days out of the year. New things to adjust to and new to adjust to. And sometimes it's you clash because you don't understand. Like you have to say, why does she not understand? To say, is this how, or explain to us how you understand something, and it's not what she act, or she assumes something and that's not what we mean.
So how do misunderstandings? How do you get through that? If she's not understanding you and you're maybe not getting that she's not understanding, how do you break through and get to a point of understanding?
Sit down and talk to her until we get to a point where we understand. You have to bring other people in sometimes if it's to a neither one of you can understand or on something. It's something that's bad always. It may be that like I have to call you dad because it's something I've not ever, and you go with it. It's just like having a new baby.
Yeah. So there are some cultural differences periods along the way. How is being an exchange or host mom different than being a foster mom or a biological mom?
Oh, there's lots of things different. I mean, what did I say? She knows it. I love all of them no matter what. I treat them all the same no matter what. But
how can you do it? How do you do it all? That's the question of the day. How do you do it all?
I really
know the kids does not.
didn't hear you.
You said you didn't hear me?
Aaron, will you repeat that?
I said, how do you do all that you do? How do you make it work?
I don't. A lot of scheduling, a lot of planning, a lot of working together.
Okay.
Right.
Rahma, what's it been like for you being in a family with so many children at home? You have a huge extended family, but in your home there, you have several.
Yeah. I really didn't hear.
To know being in a family with all the people in town.
Is that about crack coming?
Okay, we are back. Erin McAllister with PAX Academic Exchange, connecting our world, and with Rahma from Tanzania, Zanzibar Island, and Lois, host mom extraordinaire in Indiana. And I'm going to try to piece the two videos together to put them on YouTube, but it was pretty staticky, so I don't know how well that'll work. So we talked about, the last thing we were talking about was, I think, Rahma's arrival here back in August, and it was exciting, and everybody was a little nervous, a little anxious. We had been waiting for half an hour plus, and we finally saw Rahma coming down the hallway, and then she turned and went another direction. Then we started getting worried, and she finally made her way out to us and met the whole family, Lois and Terry and Kayla and Madonna and Emily. Kayla and Emily and I were all going live. And then you said that she shared some of her candy, her favorite thing, her candy, with her new sisters, right? And that kind of helped to break the ice a little bit.
Yeah. We got more coming in.
More people coming in?
Say hi.
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 Emily.
Hey, Emily. One of the host sisters,
Hey.
Emily. So, Emily, what do you think about hosting an exchange student? What do you have to say about this whole situation?
I obviously am. I don't know if you flying to Rahma's Island in 2 years trip. I talked mom and dad into it.
Yay. You're not going to go with you? You're just going to go by yourself? Present?
If I can't take a friend with me who's really close to Rahma, then I'm gonna go by myself probably.
Wow. So what have you learned about Tanzania?
It's warm there, and I love warm weather.
It's very beautiful.
It's very, yes. I mean, all her family and all her.
Have you talked with her family? Have you been able to talk to any of her family and friends?
Have her as a I talked to her younger sister before, some of her older sister, and her mom.
Awesome. So Emily, what would you say to a family that was thinking about hosting? What would you tell them based on your experience?
credit. There might be some misunderstandings, but and you'll
Awesome.
Yeah.
like
That's,
this.
yeah.
Probably bigger.
So, Rahma, tell us, you and I talked about how Tanzania came to be. We talk about you being from Zanzibar Island, which makes up the Zan part of Tanzania. Tell us a bit more about that, about your country.
During the time, well, I don't think I was born that time, but then it was like these two different countries. There was no anything that like Tanzania. There was just Zanzibar and Tanganyika. Because like same language and stuff, so unite each country give 4 letters from Tanzania. But and it was formed by this guy. He was just a college guy, and he really didn't mean it like find the name. He was just trying to have fun by himself and try to pick up some letters and like cool with this. This is going to be cool with this, and then he just come up with that name. That's how it
So,
was. But I think it was
Tanganyika is
19.
the mainland. Tanganyika is the mainland, and then Zanzibar Island is the island just off the coast.
It's the island.
And how far you take a ferry from Dar es Salaam, the capital? You take a ferry from
To
there
home?
to Zanzibar Island. It's like an hour or two, right?
Was
I don't remember.
Say it again.
it's 3 hours, but then like, whenever I went from where I to where Faraja lives, it's by plane.
You have to go by plane to where he lives.
Yeah, or by bus,
Okay.
or you can drive there.
But from Dar es Salaam, not from your island, obviously.
From where I Dar es Salaam, that's 3 hours.
Okay. And then you take a bus or whatever, or fly to Arusha, where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
And Arusha is where Faraja is from, is closer than to Kenya in the north.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the border of Mountain Kilimanjaro right there.
Yep. So, Rahma, we talked about you are our first student in one of our interviews that is wearing the scarf or hijab on your head. And why do you wear that?
Like most of my friends at school and even the principal ask me why all the time, and like whenever I have sports, I had basketball, I had football, and I didn't kind of like surprised why I wore it most of the time in public, and I wore it at school all the time because I'm used to go to school with it. I never go to school without my head thing. I feel me.
It's part of
I'm
you
supposed to wear it.
according to religion, right? In your culture. Okay.
I don't from public.
And that's because you're a Muslim, right? And so, is Emily still here? And Lois?
Still left. She
Yeah,
just
Was
wanted
this
to
was
say
Rahma
hi.
your first person that you got to know very well that had a different religious belief that was actually a Muslim?
Some other people, but I wasn't as close and comfortable asking them questions.
So being in a host family with a student from another, not only culture, but another religion, it allows you the opportunity to ask some of those more difficult questions that you might not be as comfortable asking somebody that you don't know as well.
Correct. And it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have talked about our religion too and why we believe different things to her.
Mm-hmm.
Disagree, we both realize that it's part of our culture and the way that we believe and how we've been raised.
So do you see that there are more similarities or differences or in your conversations about differences in religion, I guess, or culture? Do you see that there are a lot of similarities, or what have you found?
I think there's a lot of differences. Same time about my God and the way she feels about hers, same and the same way.
Yeah, it's just like they told me something and like they like kind of like translate it in my head and put it in Arabic. Like, oh, I know that, but then that's not how we say it. That's not how we believe. It's just like vice versa, but then.
Gotcha. It still seems staticky, so I was trying to turn my camera off and see if that helped us at all. So do you think this has been an eye-opening experience for both of you guys, or for all of you?
Yeah.
What have you learned? What have you learned, Rahma? What's something that you feel like you have learned throughout this entire exchange year? What are you taking home?
One thing, basketball. Love sports, and my school that I can teach basketball when I get back home. So a chance to play. I mean, played and teach it. So, and pancakes.
And pancakes. Oh, do you like to make them, or you like the ones that the girls make?
I like Dad's the most.
You like Dad's the most?
I wish my dad had like once, but he never done.
Are pancakes your favorite food in the U.S.? Yeah. What's your favorite food back home?
Biryani.
And what is that?
As origins came from India, from Arabs, so that's why. And kind of like by the time we were colonized by Arabs, that's why we got that food from. Right.
And the other question that's commonly asked in our interviews is, what is your favorite music? So I put that in our post. What is your favorite kind of music? Is it the same here as it was there? I mean, when you were back home, did you like the same kind of music, or has it changed since you've been here?
Like when I was back at home, I used to listen to music. Like, I love listening to music all the time. So I used to listen both of American music and my music, like the same. Like we have different names, but then like in American music, I like hip hop. I didn't know if
In country.
no, not true. And I can't say, but then I never know if anything as country existed in music style. But I love country music because so.
Very funny. So I guess I want to emphasize, Lois, because just in case our first part of the video gets cut out, your insight into communication and talking things through when it appears to be a misunderstanding. That's great advice for really anybody in a relationship, but especially when there's cultural and or religious differences, that communication is really important, and pushing through to come to some kind of understanding. And so what other advice you guys do you have for an American host family or a family that's considering hosting? And what advice would you have for a foreign exchange student coming over for the first time? So two questions for both of you.
You go first.
Oh God, Mom. It's like everyone hosts it's okay to host. I think this is most obvious mom's question, but I don't know why she told me to answer it.
Because she wanted both of us to.
So I don't know. It's just hosting a kid like in as your own kid, and like for the students who want, they should not be afraid, because I know that most of them now are afraid, but it's fun. You'll get to know a lot of things that you never know before. You're going to get experience of a lot of things, bad stuff, good stuff, because that's how life is. There's things and advantages. So say that it's bad or maybe it's good, because they're both of them. It's like, so for anyone who wants, any exchange student who wants to come here, they should come. And first wants to host a kid,
Awesome, thank you.
I will agree with Rahma. Family, knowing other host families, knowing families that want to be host, able to do it yet. You're opening your home for another family member to become a family member, and they're family for life. That's going on in the world right now. It's scary for the kids to think about coming over here. Is that there's no reason to be afraid, that there's people over here for them to be here and want to experience to us, have to share to them.
That's awesome.
Like we've said before, once they, it's a family.
You become family for life.
Yeah.
Just like you said, Emily is hoping to go, or planning to go, visit Rahma and her family and friends in Tanzania in a couple years. And Rahma, you might
Correct.
come back one day and come to visit with your family.
She always tell me that.
Yeah? So would you guys do it all over again?
Her
See
little
an
sister.
And would you host again? Was this something you had, overall good and bad, ups and downs? It was worth it. You know? Was it worth it to you to have this year together?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So we only have a few more weeks. What, about two months, I guess. Roma has a little bit longer than some of our other students. So we're on the downward.
I don't know.
What did she say?
I'm surprised you didn't ask Rahma about her spring break trip.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Tell us
everything. I
more
did.
about your spring break trip.
I did tell you that.
It seemed like you all really
that
bonded.
was the best.
Yes, we bonded.
Week. Like, and then it's kind of like felt like home. The weather was.
Well, tell them what you did.
Okay, we went on commerce, and I don't know how to say it. It was fun. Like,
Do you feel like that experience really brought
You're
your
welcome.
families together more than before?
yeah.
You guys really got a lot. Now, do you have? I asked you if you had like a conga or something from Tanzania to show us.
Oh yeah, I do.
Hang on, she's getting it.
Okay, you fill in the gap, Mama. Tell us more. What else do you have to share?
This one's hard.
We will be having going away senior party. She's pointing at her that's hung up in her room. She's getting ready for graduation. He has been working on a normal kids room, so pictures. She was in dance, basketball. She started out in volleyball. What else have we done? Archery. She did archery. And she did not have a gun, but she took a gun class.
Yes, because there are certain activities that are certain things they cannot do, certain things they cannot handle. Archery is allowed in the school setting with instructor and all of that. So yeah, just sharing that for anybody that watches. And so she sat through the class. It's okay, but not handling the guns because that's not allowed. So there are certain activities that students can kind of be exposed to. But not, delve into fully. So she's had a lot of amazing opportunities to learn about different things. It's great.
Not enough snow for.
Excited about that.
You're happy about that or sad about
But
that?
I was still happy, so happy. But I was still freezing the whole year.
I'm glad we didn't have too much snow. Yes. So what do you have? My favorite thing.
This one's for you.
It's so beautiful.
Do you like it?
I love it. It's a conga, right? Or you call it conga or kitenge? Or something else?
Yeah. No.
And it has a Swahili proverb on it, right? That's the words that are at the bottom.
Hold on. I didn't read this. Yep, it does.
And what does it say in Swahili and what does it mean in English?
Okay. Mungu atakustiri kwa kauli yako nzuri. It's like God will bless you with what you're going to say. I mean, like with what good words you're going to say. So God is going to bless you with good words you're going to say.
Beautiful. And how do people wear it? Now, some of these questions I'm asking, I know because I was in Tanzania and Zanzibar, but just for our viewing audience, how would someone in Tanzania or Zanzibar, what would they do with the conga?
Oh my God.
Just
Do we have-
explain it.
Okay. It's just like how I wear my head thing. It's just kind of like the same. Just put it on your head. Put it like around, and you go this way, around, and ta-da! Do this.
Beautiful.
This I put this on.
And people also use it and wrap it around like a skirt a little bit. Sometimes like a skirt. And sometimes if you're a mom with a baby, you can use it to put the baby on your back and tie it around, right? Yes?
What's that? About?
So you can use it for all kinds of different things.
Yeah, I can use it. I'm like most of all activities, I guess.
Yeah.
To pray.
Awesome. It's beautiful. Okay, well, it's 10:30, hour and a half after we originally tried to get started, so we will wrap up. Hopefully the video is not too choppy at the end of things. I'm going to put it together, get it on YouTube, and put it up. It is on the connectingourworld.net site on Facebook, so you can share it out. Is there anything else that either you, Rahma, or Lois would like to add, and then we'll wrap up?
Right. Thanks them. Take me in. I'll miss them. Oh, yeah.
It'll be rough going back, but used to the hour changes and stuff, but I can guarantee you that they will.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I don't care.
Oh. Well, I can say for one that I'm so happy that you have come and been here in Indiana, and with the Asselfords, you couldn't have been with a better family. I'm blessed to have known you and had you cross my path and my kiddos' path. So glad you're here. We're going to miss you when you go home. And Lois, thank you and your family for all that you do. You're amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so this is Erin with Connecting Our World, and we'll see you next Thursday, April 20th. Bye.